everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you for stopping by. I'm using Dino Friends from Echo Park today, and this is to document another photo of my son. I am going through the 2015 photos that I've got in a stack, and I am absolutely motivated to get through them. And now going through this paper stack, you can see I've got some extra dinosaur papers there that aren't anything to do with Echo Park, but they're dinosaur. So I just added them there, and I was thinking of how I could use these papers because I really like these two papers, but they are both very... Ooh, see how I'm shaking? I don't know, I've been shaking lately. My hands and my feet and my legs, I don't know. That's very interesting to see in double time, shaking a lot. So anyway, I am going to be scrapping this photo of my son, and every night when he was smaller, now not so much, but now it's a different situation. But when he was smaller, he used to stack all of his soft toys on his bed, and he used to sleep with like 20 soft toys on his bed, and it must have been terribly uncomfortable. But he did that every night. I've got so many photos of him being absolutely buried underneath his soft toys. So I thought that was really cute. And also this collection is to do with dinosaurs, and some of the soft toys are, you know, to do with this. I think there's one dinosaur in there. So I thought this was really cute. And this is a boy collection, and he was such a boy still at that stage, a little boy. And this collection is just too cute. So I am cutting those two papers, some patterns, the patterned papers, I'm cutting them into strips. This is paper from a paper pad that had to do with boys, and it's very flimsy paper. It's a very thin paper, and I sort of spread the paper pad out through all my boy collections, and some of them have ball themes, and some of them have dinosaur themes, some of them has fishing themes. It was a massive paper pad. I think there was like over 180 sheets in the paper pad. So I'm going to be using some of that, and you can see as I lift up the paper flops down completely. So it's very thin, very thin. I think it's thinner than copy paper, so horrible quality, but yes. So I'm going to be making flags with these papers. Now at this stage I'm not sure how I want to approach this and where I'm going to put the flags. I had this idea of sort of a bunting, a little, you know, bunting strip or something across the paper. So at that stage I still wanted to add it to the center of the paper and sort of have my photo across all of the bits. But yeah, I'm going to be changing that soon. And here you can see I've now cut all of those strips into the lengths, sort of all mixed lengths, and you know, I've decided to place the patterned papers and the other papers as higgledy-piggledy as I could, and as randomly as I could, also trying to balance out some of the colors in the paper. And then you can see I'm moving that patterned paper also to the side of the layout, and then moving the two colored papers and placing that one over there. I needed something to balance out that sort of orangey red camo print on the left hand side of the paper. So you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm placing that over the blue strip underneath that red strip, then just adding that to the center there so that it sort of goes in a V shape, and then I'm deciding which orientation I want my photo, and it sort of felt the best to have it portrait, you know, upright. And then I'm thinking that red is very dominant on the left hand side of the paper, so I need something to balance it out. So I take the other piece of, you know, red, and I just leave it there underneath the pattern paper just to peek out for something to balance it out, and that works very nicely. It's a visual balance of the paper, and it works pretty well. So there you go. using some of the ephemera pieces from this collection. I do have the ephemera pieces, so I'm going to be using them, not the dinosaur related ones so much, but the ones related to adventure, because in my head he's having a big fat adventure in his dreams with all of his stuffed toys, stuffed animals. So you can see that there's a Bob the Builder, and there's a tiger, and there's a Build-A-Bear, and there's a Oso at the back there, and there's a crocodile. There's so many toys. You can see he's absolutely nestled. So I decided that my title would be Adventure Buddies, because, you know, he's in an adventure and the stuffed animals is his buddies. They're all his buddies while he's having his dreamy adventure. Nowadays, it is more Lego that he sleeps with. Now, I don't know how on earth he can sleep with Lego in his bed, because obviously they dig into him at night. But whenever I make his bed, there's tons of Lego, I find, under the sheets, under the bed, under the pillow. It's like he's a little hoarder. He just hoards everything underneath his sheets. It's really cute, actually. And when we are out of Lego and we need to find a piece, I usually go to his bed and check in his bed for the Lego. So those are his adventure buddies. I really like how this layout turned out. It's a very simple layout, but I used a lot of the patterns. So I tried something to see if the corners work, but I didn't like that. So I'm going to be chucking those little triangles that I cut out there. I am going to be placing some of these elements up on some foam squares. So that little tag is from the embellishment pack, and it's so cute that it's sort of a miniature version of the one on the right hand side. This flag I am going to be popping up on foam squares, and you can see the paper. I mean, the paper is horrible quality, so it is probably going to sort of buckle in the page protector when I put it in an album. I should have used foam, craft foam, so that, you know, there's the entire sheet or the entire flag is popped up, but I don't have craft foam at this stage. I'm still using my little pop up foam squares. Yes. So all of the rest I am just sticking down with my wet glue, and there you go. I've got everything stuck down, and that flag on the left hand side is nicely popped up on some foam dots. And my photo I'm going to be sticking flat to the page, and I've got my little my layers behind my photo. I'm really glad that I got to use this paper, this really flimsy paper. I don't know why I bought it. Maybe because it's boy related and I don't have a lot of boy related stuff, so I thought, you know, I'd have order envy or buyer's remorse or something. If I didn't buy it, I'd miss out on something. But I had it, and at least I sort of, you know, mixed it in with some of my other collections, and I don't have this big paper pad stuck somewhere anymore. So yes, I'm putting that little tab on the right hand side of my photo, and these little stars that are on the little circles, I'm adding some foam behind them as well so that they pop up a little bit. And there's not much left to do with this layout. I am going to be adding some faux stitching on the flags, and this did take a while, so I'm not going to make you sit through that, and that just adds a little bit of something, and you can see this, the flags a little bit better as well, and I really like the effect that that gave. So this is it for this layout. Just a reminder that if you subscribe to my channel, you'd be able to get all of my videos, and if you hit the bell notification, you'd be notified every time I upload a video. I try to upload at least 3 a week. Some weeks aren't that good. Other weeks are better, and I try to upload as many videos as I possibly can. So watch this space for more videos, but if you hit the bell notification, you'd be able to, you know, they would let you know, notify you every time I get a video, upload a video. So yes, so this is it for this layout. And yes, I do add some Heidi Swap Color Shine. This color is called Butter. It's a very sort of muted yellow tone. It's beautiful though. It just adds a little bit of something. I did want to write something about the way Andre sleeps, so I chose this blue flag to do my journaling on, and I love that the journaling is part of the layout and it's not something separate at the bottom of the layout on the white paper or something. I did debate whether or not to write it on the white cardstock, but I think that this worked out very nicely. And yes, so this is it for this layout. I will see you again soon. Bye.